Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Dr. Priya. I'm a holistic life coach, I'm an author, and I'm also a healer. Today I'm going to be shedding some light on codependency. I'm going to be talking about what is codependency, different types of codependent behaviors, and also what are the steps that you can take to recover from codependency. So first and foremost, let's start by understanding what is codependency. Codependency is a strategy used by children, troubled children, rather children in stress and duress, to get love and attention and approval from their troubled parents. And what happens is, when these children grow up in their adult life, they're using the same strategy in their relationships to have their needs met. However, because these strategies are based on faulty belief systems, these codependents often find themselves depressed, anxious, and frustrated in their relationships. So I'm going to be giving you some codependent behaviors for you to think about. But first, what I want you to understand is the biggest need of a codependent is to be needed. Need to fix, need to give, and need to please. So there are some belief systems that codependents have, okay? And they operate from these belief systems, which I'm going to be discussing one by one now with you. And let's start with the first one, which is the giver. So as a giver, what you believe is having your needs and feelings is actually wrong. And you feel bad for having your needs and feelings, and it is bad and wrong for you to ask for what you want. So because in order to ask for what you want, you'll be burdening others. So what you do is, instead of focusing on yourself and on your own needs, you start focusing on other people's needs and feelings. The second one is people pleaser. It is hard for you to say no as a people pleaser, because you believe that when you say no, you will appear mean and selfish. And also when you say no, people are not going to be loving you or liking you, and eventually they will leave you. So, and the third one is the fixer. As a fixer, you believe that it is totally your responsibility in your relationship to manage the whole relationship by yourself. It's your responsibility to fix your partner, to make your partner happy. And what you do is you take everybody's problems onto yourself. Okay? Now what I want you to do is, I want you to think about these belief systems or these behaviors. Are you doing any of these in your relationships? Are you a giver? Are you a fixer? Or are you a people's pleaser? Think about it. If yes, then you're a codependent. And if you're doing any of the two things mentioned above out of three, you might be a codependent. However, don't stress and don't panic. Codependents are really nice people deep down. All they're doing is they're operating from faulty belief systems. And the good news is that you can actually recover from codependency. And this is coming from me, who has been a codependent almost all my life. I was this giver in my relationships, overcompensating, giving to the point where I was physically and emotionally depleted. I was the biggest people's pleaser. It was my biggest need to be loved and accepted by everyone. It would kill me to say no to people. And I was also this fixer. Everybody's problems were mine, right? It was my personal responsibility to make everybody happy, and it would upset me when people were not happy, and I would actually believe that I can fix them and make them okay. So I've done it all. I could not take my own decisions. I couldn't trust myself. I always needed to seek validation and approval from outside. And trust me, it was so exhausting. Till I had the awareness, until I healed my past. And then I got into this healthy space where I started to trust myself, trust my intuition, started to take my own decisions, learned to say no, started to set healthy boundaries. I started to give to myself what I was giving to others. I started validating myself, motivating myself, accepting myself for who I was. And from that healthy space, what happened was I started attracting healthy relationships. And then I experienced immense peace and contentment in my life. So what I'm trying to say is, you can actually recover from codependency. So how do you heal? Or how do you recover from codependency? First and foremost, what you need to understand is, in order to heal from codependency, all you have to do is change your approach towards your relationships. You need to learn to say no. You need to learn how to set healthy boundaries. And you also need to stop taking personal responsibility for how others are feeling or behaving or what they're doing. Okay, everyone is creating their own life, guys, by virtue of their thoughts. There is no way that you can make anybody happy or sad. It's impossible. So give it up. And also, please understand, people pleaser is only seeking validation outside, because that person is so insecure inside. That person is so worried what others are thinking about him or her. And that's why that person has hard time saying no. Doesn't even know what that person wants for himself. It's all about others. And what you need to start doing is what you're giving to others, right? You need to start giving to yourself. All that love that you so freely give to others, that love needs to be given to yourself by yourself. Start validating yourself, start motivating yourself, start accepting yourself for who you are and what you are. And from that healthy space, give whatever you want to give. You won't feel depleted, you won't feel emotionally tired, and you won't even feel resentment towards others. And what I'm trying to say is, when someone loves you, they love you for who you are as a person. If someone is loving you for what you're doing for them, that person actually shouldn't even be in your life in the first place. So think about that. And start doing these things, guys. Start applying these things, these tips that I'm sharing with you in your relationships. Because, knowing about it theoretically is all okay and it's all fine. Yeah, first you have the awareness and then you have the understanding, and then you start taking positive steps to actually change things in your life. So till you apply them practically in your relationship, it's not going to work. So pick one, pick any of whatever I've shared with you. For example, learn to say no. Today, make a promise to yourself that I'm going to be doing what I feel like doing and what I want to do, and not what others want me to do. Start with that and see how it goes. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys, and I hope I have helped you in having an understanding about codependency and how to recover from it. And let me know how it's going in the comment section. And if you find my content meaningful and if you resonate with it, please share generously with your friends and subscribe to my channel, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you for watching. Love you guys.